Hello. Hi. Today we have Evaan with us who has written this amazing book called F1 Explained. Today we'll be speaking about your experience as an author and also about your book. Would you please like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Evaan. I'm 9 years old and I study in Vidyashilp Academy. This is my book F1 Explained. F1 Explained is a jam-packed explanation on the world of F1.
All right. So how did you come up with the idea of writing this book?
I like F1. It's my favorite motorsport and a lot of my friends keep speaking about it. So I thought I'd write about this. Plus, I thought it's a unique, like a unique topic. So I thought I'd take up this topic and write a fact book.
All right. So what all facts have you written in the book?
Well, there are pretty like a lot of facts. It's not like single facts,
Yeah.
but I can tell you what is the content of the book. There's like how the car works and then the tires because there are different tires in F1,
Right.
and also how it's built, the paint job, and lots of those things.
Also, what is your favorite team, the team that you support in F1?
Ferrari.
All right, okay. Because I have friends who are also, as crazy for F1 as probably you might be. And coincidentally, they also happen to be fans of Ferrari. All right. However, last year I think that Red Bull was doing great. But again, let's see what happens this year.
I
What
think Hamilton might. I think Lewis Hamilton might beat Max Verstappen. I don't know.
probably,
He might.
he was
Because I believe in him. I believe in him.
all right, that's great. I also have happened to, follow F1 quite of time. Although I don't really know the details of it, probably that, you must have mentioned in your books. And I hope, and I'd probably be, very intrigued to read this book. So thank you for writing this book. I will go and read it. So, is this the first book that you have written?
No, this is my second book.
All right. So what was the first book about?
It's the title is Always Rescue and it's on superheroes, which I
Oh,
made up
so
myself.
you like, all of the superhero stuffs as well. Do you also read some books or watch, any superhero?
No, I don't watch much superhero stuff. I just took that topic as my first book because I didn't know what else to take. And I had that story on my mind.
Okay, so when you were writing this book, F1 Explained, because I understand that, you have mentioned that there are different tires, which I also know, and about the paint job and the things that go behind, the actual race that happens. So did you do some kind of, research before started writing the book?
A lot. A lot of research.
All right. And did you face any kind of challenges, while you were writing the book? And if so, how did you overcome those? All right.
I don't spend too much of time on my, like my iPad or any gadgets. I
Hmm.
don't spend too much time on those. So that's why I'm a bit, like not good at typing. Like I found typing a hurdle, but as usual, like I found out the technique and it was a bit easy. As like gradually as I kept writing, it was like becoming really easy. Also, it kept getting deleted, but I found out how to like save it after you complete every
Right.
page.
Yes.
And also, mm, yeah, and also my mother did not help me with the book. It's not that she was like busy because she wanted me to take the sole responsibility of my book. Although she did encourage me while writing the book and she helped me sell many books.
Right. Because yes, we all
So,
know that, book writing is not just about a great story. It is also about how you, market yourself and how you get your story to reach the right readers, the audience that there are. So I hope that, you were able to connect with the right kind of readers. And this book will turn out to be a good uh kind of a guidebook for them to, actually know about F1s, probably for beginners. So, if you were to just share one favorite part of the book that you have written, what part would that be?
the favorite part of the book which I wrote is like at the end of the book, I created a fun Q&A and it's like there are four questions, and sometimes one question is on one page, sometimes two questions share one page. I did not even mention that the answers are on the last page, on the pages where the first three questions are, and I only mentioned them on the page where the last question is, because people might cheat if I mention them everywhere.
That is, very, very intelligent of you. So, it also keeps the readers intrigued about, what the answers might be. And they will actually go and read the entire book to find out the answers if, they're very, very involved in the book. So I assume, that you've written about superheroes, you've also written about F1 cars. So if there was some other genre or some other topic that you were to try to write a book about, what will that be and why?
Like in my school library, there's a section entirely for BriBooks books, and I don't know the name of the author, but one girl or boy, I think a boy has written a poem book, and the poems are so hilarious and funny. So I thought I'd take the topic monsoon and write a book, but I thought F1 is better. So what I thought is, if I'm writing my next book, it's going to be a poem book on monsoon.
Oh,
So
that's
that's what.
that's great. I personally write poems myself, and when I was a child, I was young, there was no such platform as BriBooks to, publish my poems or writings. But now that there is, I feel that, it's a privilege to be able to write all of these books, become published authors, and be able to, share our stories with the world. That's a huge, huge achievement in itself. And you being a 9-year-old kid with all of this knowledge, it is a huge achievement in itself. How was your experience, as a published author when, you got the first printed copy of your book?
I was on cloud nine and my happiness knew no bounds. I was jumping up and down and I blew the roof off because I was screaming out. And
And
I was very excited to rip open the cover.
yes, and how did your, parents take it, and how did your friends and family take?
Well, my friends and family all rated it and they
Oh,
said it's really good. Just today, this morning, my cousin, she called me and she told my book is nice and she rated it a 5 out of 5 because I told her to rate it from, 5. That's
right,
all.
yeah.
And also, my mother was also beaming with pride, and my dad was out of station, so he wasn't
All
there.
right. Okay, okay. So, because you have written two books and you understand the entire process of book writing and publishing and then marketing it, there are a lot of other kids who are aspiring authors or budding authors, but they're kind of stuck at some point. If there was one advice that you could give them to help them become published authors, what advice would that be?
Uh, it would be think well, write well, follow your passion, and your dreams will always come true. And when BriBooks is here, do not fear. And I also gave this advice to my cousin because when he bought my book, there's a bookmark and then there's a code on it. So
Yes.
he just scanned that without his mother's permission. He wanted to write like me.
That's great. That is great. So, you have inspired other young kids also to become authors with your book, which is again, something to be proud of. And I'm glad that, we spoke. If there's anything else that, you would want to share about the book or about yourself, please go ahead.
I don't know what I want to share about the book because I just feel like reading it out. So can
All
I?
right. Sure. Yes, yes.
Okay. Chapter 1, the world's most prestigious sport. 3, 2, 1, the starting lights go off, the checkered flag drops, engines start, cars rev and speed off. Commentary begins, Ferrari in the lead. This is F1, a race event where drivers race cars which got impressive speeds up to 200 miles per hour. This sport is the world's most dangerous sport. A lot of cars have crashed before. Have you ever wondered why the drivers need to change tires? Here is the answer. For example, the track is wet and the drivers need to use their wets. But what if the track dries? The tires will degrade. So that is why tires need to be changed.
Yes.
Chapter 2, Structure and Design. Why do F1 cars look so different? A winning Formula One car has to make quick turns and go fast in a straight line. To go fast in a straight line, drivers are allowed to control the back wing. F1 cars are light because they're made up of carbon fiber. F1 cars are not allowed to be tested in a wind tunnel. So teams make 60% versions and then test them. To make parts of the car, teams manufacture patterns in the right shapes and then lay down carbon fiber cloth, sometimes in 100 layers. Then they take all the air out and shove them into basically a pressure cooker to squeeze the layers together with resin. Then they cut and measure those carbon fiber pieces and other metal parts. The paint job on an F1 car is a big deal to fans, especially the moment that it's released. A
Yeah.
lot of sponsor logos are stickers because a tiny little edge will cause extra drag. Chapter 3 Engine. Pistons are placed in a V shape. That is why they are called V12, V2, and V6. When the pistons go up, a gas explodes which creates mechanical force, which turns the wheels up to 15,000 RPM. The numbers the numbers in the name of the engine, like 6 and V6, equals to the number of pistons.
I'm so sorry I have to stop you here, but I am just amused by the knowledge that you have gathered and put in this book. So, did you do all the research for all of this? Or I mean, how did you manage to get all of this information?
I
For a young boy
researched a
like
bit and what my
9 years
friends
old,
keep
it's
talking about.
impressive. So, are you also into cars a lot? I mean, apart from just F1, are you a car fanatic?
Yes.
All right. So, what cars do you like?
I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and I also like Teslas because I just found out that they can accelerate faster than Lamborghinis. So I like Teslas also.
Also, do you know what's the world's fastest car?
Uh, I think it's the Koenigsegg Jesko. I
Yes,
think.
yes, yes.
But
Okay.
the real fastest car is not like, I don't think comes under the fastest car because it uses a plain engine. It's called thrust SSC.
That one I don't know. However, I will definitely go and up my uh knowledge about cars. However, I'm very, very amused with your knowledge of cars and engines and all of the things that you have written in the book. I would definitely go and read the book. Congratulations on publishing this book and also on becoming a this amazing author and taking out your time to speak with us. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.
I just want to show you something.
All right.
Like you told me I could say something about myself.
Yeah.
So this is not my second book. I used to make books out of unused papers in my old notebooks. So I made a book called Roar with dinosaur pictures when I was 6.5 years old. And also I made a book called Amazing Big Cats, which is about
Nice. Very
like
cute.
lions and tigers.
What you can
I
do is,
also
you can, compile all of these short stories that you've written in this on pages book into a book on BriBooks, and then, you can probably get it published.
okay.
I mean,
I'll
that's a
try
brilliant idea.
because the book of dry flowers actually has preserved dry flowers, so I don't think I can do that to the pages.
You can click pictures and add there probably.
Okay, I think I can.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye bye.
bye. Thank you. Very quickly.